Hello, this is Gene. I'm going to do a quick video today unless I start talking about stuff. Um, but this video is just to celebrate my 300 subscribers. Probably by another couple days I'll probably lose it, but under 300. But as of right now I'm at 300, so I'm going to open this up and celebrate it. I drink this now because it's more keto friendly. It only has like 2 carbs or 1 carb, 2 carbs. So I can have 1 or 2 a day if I wanted. It's not as good as beer to me, but it's good enough, and it does give me a little buzz if I have 2 or 3 of them. So I'm just gonna have a little bit of this. And I like Truly. If you like berries, it tastes more like it than some of the other ones I've tried. Claw, that Owen Benjamin used to watch or drink all the time. I've taken Harvey's, and Truly is the best so far. And it's about 5% alcohol. So in my old days, when I was in my 20s, I would drink so much. On Wednesdays, I get a 12-pack, and I drink that. And on the weekends, usually have a 6 every night. But on Wednesday, it was middle of the week, and I would have 12 during that time. And on the weekends, at least a case, or not more. But I'm not like that anymore. After 2 or 3, I've got what I need, and I don't go any crazy anymore. I think that with my genetics, my father was an alcoholic. My grandfather, my mom's dad, was an alcoholic, and I always thought that I probably shouldn't drink. I think it affects me a little bit more than the normal person. I get whenever I have any carbs, whether it's like white bread or pretzels or beer, I almost get a rush in my veins. It's so intense. So last 5 months, 6 months now, 5 months I've been doing the keto, and I've lost about 35 pounds, and I do feel better. Obviously, by losing that amount of weight, you feel better. But I look older. It's kind of like when your face is fat, it kind of like covers up the wrinkles. But now I look my age, and sometimes I look a lot older than my age. So this video is just to say thank you to those people who are watching my channels. I've been on here for a while, and this channel was never about getting as many subscribers. I never tried to make my videos something more than it's not. It's just me with my opinion. Over the years, it's changed a little bit, but it's the same thing. I want what's right for Americans, legal Americans. I talk more and more about demographic replacement, and that white issues should be discussed. But it doesn't mean I believe that I'm a white supremacist at all. I think each culture, each race can give something to the common good. But we as humans should not just shy away from the science. When I sit there and say that typically, on average, that American white person is probably have a 1 deviation higher than a typical black American, but that's not really saying anything. That's just saying that our IQ is a little bit higher on average, in mass, not individually. And we can now look and see maybe this is the reason why we're having some problems in that community. Personally, I don't think it's IQ, even though I think that's something that can be discussed. I think it's not having fathers in the homes. And I talk about this on this channel all the time. That doesn't come from a side of saying that that culture cannot do better because they're a different color than me. This is just my observations and saying this has been so detrimental to their society and their culture that it's destroyed them probably for the future. And this is the reason why they've been at the same level as far as number of people that they have in relation to the rest of the people in this country, and their crime statistics and stuff have not really changed. No matter what they do, if they're working more, it doesn't really change that stuff. So that's what this channel really started about years ago. It was more me about after my stroke, to just have an ability to talk to something, listen to myself back when I review the videos, see if I can do better, take my time, and then because I'm a political person, I believe in certain things, that I would put it out there. And if somebody wanted to respond in the comments, I would respond to them in a respectful way. Over the years, I haven't got a whole lot. I'm close to 50,000 views right now. Now, obviously, anybody can have, these guys out here, one time they put their videos out there in about 2 minutes, they have 50,000 views. When I see that 50,000 people have watched my videos over the years, I'm humbled by that. I always believe that there is a chance that if one person heard what I have to say, takes it to heart, and they become somebody that galvanizes millions to what we really need to do. Again, this is nothing about what race is better than anybody else. The idea is that the West was created by white people. I have this conversation with my wife all the time, and she just continually says, well, there were black people here. Okay. But overwhelmingly, everything that was created in the West was done by white people. The inventions, the theories, the art. But we can say the same thing about if you live in Nigeria for the last 100,000 years. It was all created by mostly black people. Now, not the newer stuff. A lot of that's been done by the colonizers, let's say, white people, or Asian people that have went there because of their higher IQ. Again, this does not really mean anything because on average, they might have a higher athletic IQ. They can run a little bit faster. They can jump a little bit higher. We just have a certain more IQ when it comes to brain function. It doesn't really mean anything. It's like when you look at women and men, on average, that men have a bigger brain, their electrons and everything fires more. There are more guys that are at the top level of the IQ, more Nobel Prize people, geniuses that are men. Of course, the other side of that is that some of us are morons and we do really bad shit, where women are right in the middle of that. There are very smart women, and there are women that are similar to men when it comes to killing and doing stupid shit. But this is all part of a grand design. And when you talk about design, and why I kind of like went away from the left, because most of them believe either agnostically or they're atheists. And I just can't, I think that there was a creator. Now, you cannot say that it was Jesus and his father, but I think something happened here. I don't think they were just a coincidence. So that's what I talk about on this channel. Those of you who might see this that just happen to look onto a video that says celebrating my 300 subscribers. I mean, again, it's not a lot, but for me, it's something. You know, I never thought, you know, for a long time it was like 20 or 30. Then I did a video against Tom and Sotomayor, and it went up a little bit. And sometimes when I actually take on people that have bigger channels, people watch my stuff and they stay around. Now, I don't get a lot of views. I might get 10% of my subscribers watching my videos. And my biggest video view ever was when I was talking about something that dealt with Manchester United. But it is nice when I see in the comments younger guys come in and say great content. I'll subscribe, and these are young guys, usually young men, and they're trying to understand. All young men are trying to look for a mentor, trying to find somebody that's going to teach them to do the right thing. Maybe not consciously, but in the back of their mind, they need that, because too much in both communities, also in the Hispanic community, but I'm going to talk about black and whites, is that we don't have that anymore. And before I go, one little observation from yesterday. I went out to do some stuff, and it was at Target, I think it was, and all the young men that I went past, they all looked the same. Now, there was a couple different things. One, they all looked like hitsters. So they were thin, and they had the jeans that went down to their ankles, and they're all, but they had these big long beards and these eyeglasses, and whether or not they actually need it or not, and they're very effeminate. And then I saw another one was somebody just walking around this, and he was clearly effeminate, and something you would not have saw 30 or 40 years ago. Something's happening. You can go out there and be conspiratorial about it and saying that it's something in the water, or our boys don't have any testosterone anymore, and we know that through science that Generation X or the millennials have less testosterone than I do. Something's happening. They're almost like women now, and I don't think that other women like that. And I think that one of the reasons why the women are not happy anymore is, first of all, they're competing with men, and that's not a good thing because they're not really programmed to do that. Again, this is just generally. This is not all women. And that they're looking at men that are not really mates. That's when their dinosaur brain, the reptilian brain, you know, back here in the back of the brain, that attracts it to a man. They're not looking to a man that looks like them or walks around like a woman, or someone that is not masculine. I'm not saying that they don't mate with these, and unfortunately this has happened over the years, that we have too many of this going on, and it continually perpetuates itself. I mean, this goes back a long time, and the big two wars that killed millions and millions of masculine men, and they were replaced by less and less masculine, and then you have the society shaming all men, especially white men in the West, that it continually makes this happen, and then women are clearly not happy about the mate that they have, because of all the divorces, they file first. 70-80% of the time it's women that are filing, not the men. So there are a lot of issues for it, but that's one of it. They're not really looking at women. They're not looking at men, and in their DNA, deep inside their instinctual self, they're not finding the men that they need to be with. Someone that's going to protect them, have babies with, you know, be their mate and all that stuff. They can't feel it, and that's the reason why. One of the reasons, not all, of course, why they move on. And of course, society as a self, we allow them to do this instead of saying, hey, get married is a big fucking deal. You need to stay together. So that's what I talk about on this channel, and I thought it was going to be a very short video, but I've already at almost 12 minutes, and that's how I am when I talk. Most of my videos will be 20 minutes or longer until my brain fries, and then I just can't really talk anymore. So again, thank you for watching my channel. If you like this, please share it, like it. Again, nothing here can be taught. Everything that I want to talk about is up to debate. Anybody in the comments, if you have something against me, I will have that conversation with you, as long as it's respectful. If you say something that's derogatory to me or anything else like that, I'll just get rid of the comment. I mean, I'm all about no censorship, but I believe, like Devin Tracy, even though this is a public space, this is really my living room, or let's say my garage. Obviously, you see my car back there. Is that if you come into my house and you start saying shit like that, and there's no real reason behind it, if you want to have a conversation with me, that's fine. We can be 100% on the other side of an issue, as long as we're respectful. I'm gonna sit there and have the conversation with you. If you just all of a sudden say stupid shit to me, I'm gonna say that's it, I'm out. So I wouldn't. If you came to my house, I'd do the same thing. Some places they would kill you if you do shit like that. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'll be thinking about other topics that I want to talk about. I really want to talk about Trump. He's really concerning me, and if Kushner gets his way and our immigration becomes worse than it already has, this is probably the end of Trump, let's say. Regardless of what happened with the Mueller and all that shit, he won't have the motivation, his base will not have the motivation to vote for him, and you're going to get somebody like those crazy ass motherfucking Democrats right now who think that people in prison who are felons should be able to vote. So that's it. Thank you for watching. You guys have a good day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.